New year, fresh start, but your yarn stash doesn't feel that way? Today I'm going to talk about 7 tips to help you destash and organize your yarn for a fresh start this new year. Hi, my name is Susan, and welcome to Pack, Play, and Crochet. If you like hearing about organization and traveling with your crochet, please click that like button and mostly click the subscribe. You can't organize what you can't see. Tip number 1, take inventory without judgment. First step is to pull all your yarn out. Start to organize it by weight, fiber content, and possible project. So as you can see, this poncho project I started in September is all worsted weight wool. And so I have it contained in a single basket. And I know this is reserved for one project. So while you're pulling all your fiber content out, don't judge yourself. We all have had a rough 2025. If you've had a great year, please comment below. My positive moment is really learning to crochet and loving it. But no guilt, no matter what year. Yarn is your happy place. It's your craft. If you are using it or appreciating it, there is absolutely no guilt. I looked over here because I have bags of hand-dyed yarn that I purchased over Black Friday. This is new and special to me, and so no guilt. I began my stash, my yarn stash, by thrifting, and so I have a lot of different kinds of yarn, and I've already done a destash this summer and sent 2 boxes to my niece, and I also gathered up enough for 2 grocery bags and gave it to a friend at the gym. So I've destashed a lot of yarn, but I still need to do more before the new year. Tip number 2, match yarn to a project. And this is a great example. Not every skein is meant to be your favorite sweater. This is a white worsted weight yarn. I don't know what I would use it for. I don't have a project in mind. I will probably destash this. So the next tip is really think about if it's your favorite yarn, if you absolutely love this color, or if you have no clue what you're going to use it for and it's not your favorite. This would be a great yarn to donate or to gift my friend who makes baby blankets. It's not something that I need in my stash. So it's going to go in a wonderful tote bag over here. But for now, right there. Yarn with a plan is yarn that gets used. Really think through those special skeins. Skeins? I really need to look that up. Tip number 3, create a someday bin. So I've got these great bins. They're beautiful from IKEA, in the IKEA shelving unit that everybody has, the Calyx. This is perfect for me. I like to be able to see a little bit of color through, but also it's got enough mesh that it kind of takes away the clutter vibe. So I have thrifted this very soft anti-pilling acrylic from, I believe it was a knit or crochet kit that someone got and they decided not to finish the project. I really like this cream color and I used it in another project. I want to keep this. Do I have a project for it right now? Not really, but it is soft enough and just the right color that I would use it for something in the future. So it would go right here in the someday bin. What I would do is also put a little sticky note in here of what day I went through and added the yarn. So I would put December 2025, and when March 2026 rolls around, 3 months feels like a good time span. If I haven't used the yarn, it's time to donate. Set some boundaries for yourself because you know you're going to be traveling, going to yarn stores, and finding new inspiration throughout the new year that you don't want to keep old things that aren't inspiring you. All right, here's some more yarn that I've had on display. I bought it on a recent trip to Utah to finish a different project, and I did not end up using it. It's beautiful hand-dyed yarn, and I feel a little guilty. Tip number 4, let go of the yarn guilt. I feel guilty that I spent money and I haven't used it yet. Now, it's only been 3 or 4 months, but you gotta be able to say bye-bye to the yarn. We have to release the yarn that is no longer a part of our lifestyle, a project, or just we're not in that season anymore. For me, this brown was beautiful, the texture and the different colors, but right now I have nothing to use it for. So feel free to gift it, swap it, sell it online. There are plenty of places where you can list your beautiful yarn, eBay or Ravelry.com, Etsy if you have a store, and just let it go. Let someone else enjoy it. Let someone else find the perfect project for the beautiful yarn that you've curated but no longer suits who you want to be in 2026, or really who you are. This is such a great way to reconnect to your identity and your identity as a crafter, your identity as your style. Any reason why this is not the perfect yarn can be a great reason to give it a new life with a new crafter. I do really like this though. Making space to be creative is not a failure. It's an act of care and kindness to yourself. It's okay to let it go. Tip number 5, organize how you crochet. Not everybody's going to have Pinterest perfect yarn stashes. In fact, I tried that. It didn't work. But instead, I organize my yarn exactly how I crochet. And I like to crochet on the go. So most of my projects are inside the packing cubes. I have my yarn and I have my beautiful project. I usually have a hook. I don't know where this one went. I do remember what size it was, so thank goodness. And boom. Then I'll take this over to a command hook on my wall and place it. And it's ready for me to take on the go anytime I need a simple, mindless crochet project that I've already got started and it just needs some time and care. Tip number 6, create a quick win section in your yarn stash. So this is a section where you're going to have yarn or projects that are simple and quick to finish. Momentum comes from finishing. Chunky yarns are a great substitute for fast and easy projects as well. So I always have some of this on hand to whip up a beanie if I'd like, mittens, gloves. Really, I love to make baskets. But here's also a quick win project that I'm working on. I actually want to make it by the end of 2025. It's simple V-stitch, double crochet chain, all the way back and forth. And it's gorgeous and mindless. The yarn really does all the work. This is something that will stay in my quick win section of my yarn. It's in a packing cube. This does have my hook in it, and it's currently easy to go. Now, I will tell you, this yarn has been sitting in a clear basket in my bookshelf for 10 months now. I did buy it at a Joann closing. And this is how I get inspired, is I play with the yarn, I keep it out, I look at it, I see the colors, I feel the textures. And if I'm not inspired, it's going to go away. But I always knew I wanted to make something with this yarn. And it wasn't until I found a scarf pattern that almost looked like stars and was able to utilize the multicolor of this yarn that I was able to start a project and do something that felt like I was utilizing this yarn to its fullest. But I love having the clear bins also to look at specific yarn bundled. That was a bonus tip. Bonus tip, clear, packaged. Tip number 7, set gentle buying boundaries. I've got a stash. I told you before I have 2 bins full of thrifted yarn. I've built the stash over 2025. My first year of crochet. And now I'm to the point where I'm treating myself with beautiful hand-dyed yarn from local vendors, from places that I've traveled. And these are the hanks, the skeins, the balls of yarn that are going to inspire my next projects for 2026. I love thrifting. It's super fun. I will keep doing it. However, creating a gentle boundary for when you buy that new yarn is a great way to keep your stash manageable. Some ways to give yourself gentle boundaries before buying new yarn is I will complete 2 projects before buying new yarn. I will only buy new yarn when I have a project in mind. I will only buy yarn when I'm traveling and it's a souvenir skein. Those types of boundaries are great when you're trying to keep a stash manageable and enjoyable. Really, destashing is about giving yourself room and space to be creative. I've noticed in the last few weeks that the amount of yarn that I have accumulated and stashed, while quasi-necessary because I was thrifting and you never know what you're going to get, and so you kind of pile and pile and pile until you have enough of a certain type of yarn, hence the like woolies. This is something that I'll find 1 or 2 skeins a week, but it'll obviously take 5 or 6 weeks in order to get 5 or 6 of these, depending on who's donating. So thrifting really helped me create this stash, but it's also helped create an overwhelm. And so having those regular quarterly destashes is fantastic. I'm super excited to get ready for this new year. I've got my Black Friday finds for all the hand-dyed yarn that I could ever dream of right now because I don't have a project for them yet. And so really going through the thrifted and the stashed yarn that I've collected this year is incredibly important to create that space for inspiration. Intentional buying keeps your stash joyful, not stressful. Destashing and organizing your yarn isn't about having less, it's about making room for creativity that makes you feel good. With a few small steps, gentle systems, plans will give your stash a fresh start without losing its magic. All right, here we go. Destashing 2025, getting ready for 2026. Do you like this sweater? It's part of the destash. I have a whole bin of Christmas yarn.